Hi, this is Stan. And tomorrow, if I get a chance to be on the radio, I think I'll make the title Bullet Points Kill. That's right, Bullet Points Kill. Now, what do you think that might be about? Well, we'll talk about that perhaps tomorrow. But right now, on this Tuesday, I'd like to take some time to simply say this: do what is right. Do what is right. And that may set things right. Do what is right, and that may set things right. It's time for principle number 5 on the Christian Entrepreneur Network and how to be fully alive. And we're going to start fully right now. And we are back. And what we're doing is something that you're going to have to learn how to do. That's right. I'm Stan Houston. I'm a long-time business performance coach, an even longer-timer international broadcaster, and all my life, I think, ever since I broke away from all of my inherent shyness, I've been a bit of a teacher, perhaps a disruptor, certainly a risk-taker, and right now, long-time spell of the ups and downs of being an entrepreneur. And I'm one of the founders of the Christian Entrepreneur Network, TCENglobal.org. TCENglobal.org. And I hope that you will check us out. We just put this brand new stage together, and we're staging our work for you, and you'll see a lot of things there, and it is just a sample of all of the good stuff that's going to come to you. Much of it free, some for a slight fee, but all of it's to help you build a life, build a business, and build a brand as a Jesus entrepreneur, as a member of the Jesus Entrepreneur Tribe. We're building it around the world, and we invite you to join us. Well, tomorrow I will be on an airplane making my way up to see many of you in the upper Midwest, landing in Minneapolis and going from there. The purpose is very simple: to now, after 7 months of building all of the things that go into a upstart startup, we are ready to formally launch it in big and profound ways. We need 3 things. We need people who pray for us. We need people who will help us pay for what we need to do. And we need people who are willing to be players. And that means it's a way for you to have a part in what we're doing, to benefit, not just pay, but to benefit in what we're doing, so that together we can do just exactly what we said. We will learn how to build a life, build a business, and build a brand that will work for you. And one of the ways you're going to build a brand is you're going to learn how to do internet radio. It's growing by leaps and bounds, and it's one of the 7 things that you should think about taking advantage of to build your business. Let me tell you, the bullet point thing is based on a recent article which said that Jeff Bezos has banned PowerPoint from Amazon. And there's a very good reason for that, because he knows what I have known for many, many years, is that PowerPoint kills. And if you want to be fully alive, you have to do what Jesus did. You had to be fully present. And then you had to tell good stories, and you had to ask good questions. And we might talk about that tomorrow, if I can get a chance to put the program on the air before I get on the airplane. If not, it will not air till later, when I finally find a place where I can set up my portable studio, which is so nice, because in today's world, I can take my studio just about any place, but I can't set it up on the airplane. But we'll be putting that together for you. So I hope you'll check that out. TCENglobal.org. Thanks to Isaac. The video channel is growing. The radio channel is growing. We're going to have opportunities for you not only to be a buyer of good stuff, but a seller of your good things. We certainly hope that some of you will join us and be donors. But whatever you decide to do, there's something of benefit for you if you'll just join us at the Christian Entrepreneur Network, TCENglobal.org. Again, my name is Stan Houston, and I'd love to hear from you. I believe I can help you. 520-664-7002, 520-664-7002. I've been doing business performance coaching for a quarter century at least. And when it comes to selling, to marketing, strategic planning, there's a very good chance that I can help you. I have helped hundreds, I think perhaps maybe even thousands of entrepreneurs all around the world build their business, build their brand, make a difference, and I believe I can help you. And I would love to see if that is possible, if that is true, particularly now as I'm very much focusing on those who are Jesus entrepreneurs, which is the name of the program that you are listening to right now. 12 to 20 minutes of a independent, individual, personal on-demand. That's where the term podcast comes from. You can listen to this radio program anytime you want, anywhere you want, and then you can listen to it again and recommend it to others. Literally, Internet radio is changing the world just like the Internet is changing everything. You will discover we call it the Ice Age. The Internet connected experience economy. And if your business is not learning how to survive and thrive in the new Ice Age, well, you better take one of our 7 classes or courses or services, and we'll help you build a better business that will make a better difference in your life and business. So that's where we're at, and what we have been doing is we've been thinking about the new book that's coming out. We, years ago, read a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. There is a movement, particularly in Christian circles, called the 7 Mountains. These are the various arenas of culture that are out there, in which we as Christians have primarily lost. You know, the academic world, kind of gone. The political world, where's that? There are just so many areas, popular culture, in which the Christian influence has disappeared. One of the mountains, one of the cultural elements that is not gone yet, and we want to empower the Christians in it, is one of the most important, the marketplace. Everybody has to be there. And that's where we can truly make our difference as we learn how to help people build a business, build a life, build a brand that makes a difference in the marketplace. You gotta be in that arena. You can choose whether you go to the movies and entertainment. You can choose whether you go to colleges and universities. But everybody has to join the marketplace. And so that's why we are right here. I'm Stan Houston. This is Radio on the Edge. That's right, the Jesus Entrepreneur Program, coming your way from the Christian Entrepreneur Network. And now we're going to talk about just exactly that. Do the right thing and make things right. That's coming up. We'll be right back.
Come and listen into a radio station where the mighty hosts of heaven sing. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. If you want to hear the songs of Zion coming from the land of endless spring, get in touch with God. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
Indeed, do what is right. One of the radio programs that I had some time ago, and you got a little sample of the stuff there, was called Do It Right Radio. And that's one of the many experiments that I've tried. By the way, I've tried many things. Some of them worked as an entrepreneur. Many did not. But you keep trying, and you keep pressing on. And so we had a little program called Do It Right Radio, and it was just about that. How do you do things right? Literally, our program right now is kind of a takeoff of some of the things we learned with Do It Right Radio. And so when I wrote the book, which is coming out, which you can have access to, rather than 300 pages like the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, this is just about 30 pages, and it's called Fully Alive, The Prayer and the 7 Principles of the Christian Entrepreneur. 7 things you have to know and do and believe and perform if you want to be fully effective in what we call the life of being a member of the Jesus Entrepreneur Tribe, of being a entrepreneur that is a Christian entrepreneur. We've gone through the first 4 principles, and here we are with number 5, which simply says this: do what is right. That sets things right. Here we go. If I can just kind of perform the part from my book. Those who follow and practice the Christian tradition are most likely familiar with the big R word, which is redemption. The word is rich in meaning, belief, and action. But for the Christian entrepreneur, there is a related R word that is our focus now for Principle 5 of being a Christian entrepreneur. I have taught that in the Hebrew Scriptures where it says Genesis 3:6, the woman looked at the tree, the fruit would be good to eat, it was pleasing to the eye and desirable for the knowledge that it would give. So she took some, and she ate it. And she also gave some to her husband, and he ate it. Right there should be a huge sound effect of crashing and breaking destruction. You see, the universe broke. That's right. From then on, paradise is gone. And all things are now going to tend to the bad, the broken, the lost, and all will go wrong. That is why we need the big R word. That is why we will need to not only be, but need the big R word. But now in these words, please see another related R word that may be a part of your mandate and mission for life, career, and business. Here's some things from God's message. Guard my common good. Do what is right, and do it in the right way. For salvation is just around the corner. My settings things right is about to go into action. That's from Isaiah 56, 1 through 2. And we're using one of my favorite versions, the Message. Okay, here we go. You're blessed when you get your inside world, your mind and heart put right. Then you can see God in the outside world. Matthew 5:8. God's business is putting things right. He loves getting the line straight, setting us straight. Once we're standing tall, we can look Him straight in the eye. Psalm 11:7. They don't seem to realize that this comprehensive setting things right, that is, salvation, is God's business, and a most flourishing business it is. Isn't that great? Romans 10:2. Now, I will just give a profound note of gratitude and attribution. These wisdom words and the setting it right principle is based on the study and teaching of my friend and fellow teacher, Tim Hare, who has been asked to be one of the teaching contributors to the Christian Entrepreneur Project and to this radio program. He'll be here from time to time. Now here's the deal. The world of innovation, creation, and entrepreneurialism is full of created stuff that does nothing to better the common good and help people better their situation. Unfortunately, the marketplace rewards people who put junk and even worse than that into the world, and does not necessarily reward virtue and setting things right for folks. What are we to do? Well, here's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to do it anyway. Despite the accepted marketplace wisdom, your job is not to just make money. I'm reminded of Peter Drucker when he was told that the now MBA programs were now teaching young business leaders that the purpose of a business was to increase shareholder value. The man responded dryly, "Well, some of us think differently." One of my proudest achievements is helping Luis start his own entrepreneurial business. You see, Luis had lost his job in the copper mines here in Arizona that had closed, and that he had been able to get work doing maintenance at a local community college. It turns out he was very handy. He could do and he could fix a lot of things. Luis is proudly half Mexican and half Apache, and he often says with a smile, "I once told him that I believed that the translation that says Jesus was a carpenter probably had a different meaning than what we give it today, as someone who builds homes and fine furniture, and all of that's great creation work, but that it was more of an occupation of fixing things, repairing things, taking something that is broken or not working and getting it to work right." Luis looked at me when he heard that. And then he smiled. With almost a tear in his eye, he said, "Stan, that's what I do. I fix things." "You mean I'm just like Jesus? I fix things?" Well, I helped Luis set up his own little business and on the side, and it grew fast. Eventually, he had to quit his full-time job to keep with all the work he was getting. And I saw Luis the other day, and he introduced me to two men from his church who are now working for him. There you go. Again, some random thoughts, perhaps a good story, and some words of wisdom that come from a source greater than anything I could say or do. But I hope they are enough to get you thinking and asking about Principle 5 of the Christian entrepreneur. Could it be that the work we do, the business we are in, and the things we create are to help in restoring, to set things right, and better, and good, and maybe very good, not only in the marketplace, but in the world, God's creation, that we live in and share with God and others? So the short version of Principle 5, do what is right, that set things right. May I say, just let that sit on your head for a while. All the best and blessings. We'll be back. Hey, I'd love to talk to you more about this. Listen to this again. This is good stuff. You are called to help set things right. Do it right. Do it in the right way. And help set things right. That's what God wants from you. That's what He hopes will happen with you and for you and to you. That because of you, things will go right. They will go very right. I'm Stan Houston. Would hopefully hear from you, and that you yourself will find the way to do just as that person was. They just gave me a call. 520-664-7002. 520-664-7002. You can reach me at radioedge77@gmail.com. radioedge77@gmail.com. tcenglobal.org, tcenglobal.org. It's time for all of us to come together to set things right, to build a life and a business and a brand that works and reaches and does the things that make Jesus smile. Let's join the tribe and make it happen. Make it so. All the best and blessings. Until next time, we'll see you when we see you. Bye for now.